There are many rich men in Africa. However, the richest one of them all is, without a doubt, Nigerian billionaire Aliko Dangote. This is according to some credible online sources such as Forbes and Bloomberg that specialize in keeping track of wealth and the people who have it. He is best known for his cement, flour, and sugar companies, even though he is currently working on an ambitious project on land that is 8 times the size of Victoria Island. This land is located in a place called Lacy in Lagos State. This project includes a petrochemical plant, a fertilizer plant, a power plant, gas pipelines, and a crude oil refinery, which is set to change global trade dynamics by turning Nigeria from an importer of refined products into an exporter. It is very easy to think that Dangote must have gotten lucky to be where he is today, but that is not completely true. While we all agree that luck, to a certain extent, plays a role in our good fortune, there are certain principles that, if followed religiously, boost your chances of achieving high levels of success. Here are 5 principles for success embraced by Dangote. Number 1. Long-term thinking. Many youths want to have overnight success, but Dangote has said it repeatedly in several interviews that it took him over 30 years to get to where he is today. We live in an era of quick gratification, and while it has its advantages, it has led us to become entitled because our efforts are not rewarded in the time frame we think that they should be. This has led to a common trend of doing things up to the point where we figure out what it really takes to succeed at them before we go in search of something new that we hope will require less effort. This usually leaves us feeling unaccomplished. That said, we should always trust the process and not expect magic in business, as it takes time for a sustainable business to grow to admirable height. Always remember, there are no shortcuts to building something that lasts. Number 2. Diversification. In today's business world, this is something that almost every investor seems to be chanting, but it's a little more complicated than that. Before you diversify, you need a steady amount of income to finance your various endeavors, and Dangote's story explains this very well. His cement business was making more money than was needed to sustain it, so he decided to become a pioneer in cement manufacturing. He moved from the downstream sector of the cement business, which only involved importing, bagging, and selling, to the upstream sector of the business. If he had made the decision to diversify before the business was comfortably profitable, he might have destroyed it. Dangote has gone on to make many other investments, but his decision to grow in the cement business is aligned with the third principle, which is specialization. Despite his immense wealth, many have wondered why he has not ventured into the tech world, as they believe it is the next big thing. In response, Dangote said in an interview that some have been in the game of technology for 17 years, and he does not see any comparative advantage if he decides to venture into it. Instead, he has always advised entrepreneurs to do only what they understand, and stated that he does not enter into any business unless his top managers fully understand it. Evidence of Dangote's belief in specialization lies in his decision to diversify within a field that he is already familiar. While he could have gone on to invest in many other ventures, he chose to stay in a business in which he had years of experience. Number 4. Planning. It is true that failure is not the end of life. However, will you risk your $10,000 in a business that you have only a beginner's knowledge in, when you have a family to cater for? For a lot of people, the answer is no, but many still do this without thinking it through. Dangote started planning for a refinery more than 4 years before he started even building one. Planning helps to mitigate risks and avoid huge losses in business. Legendary investor Warren Buffett has repeatedly said, "Never lose money." There is an old saying that goes, "When you fail to plan, you plan to fail," and this is true in most cases. Planning gives you direction and allows you to know when you're making progress and when you're not. That way, you can adjust your plans accordingly and see to it that you're doing everything in your power to succeed. You don't need to make a 5-year plan to start. You can plan for tomorrow or next week and go from there. Number 5. Philanthropy. Many might wonder why this is even here, because of the fact that it takes money out of your pocket instead of adding to it. However, believe it or not, it is one of the main reasons why the rich stay rich. The truth is, you may not be able to go far unless you help people other than yourself. There is a saying that goes, "You get what you give," and Dangote knows this. That's the reason why Dangote Foundation is one of the largest philanthropic organizations in Africa. This principle is not uncommon amongst the wealthy, such as Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and Warren Buffett, among others. With great power comes great responsibility, and it's almost non-negotiable. This can be witnessed with the founder and CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos. While he is one of the wealthiest people on the planet, he is not as famous for making philanthropic gestures, and this has resulted in situations where he has lost value, and with that, a lot of money. This was because a man of his stature is expected to do certain things for the global community. Again, with great power comes great responsibility. Thanks for watching.